Good afternoon, KOCO Chief Meteorologist Damon Lane. Here is your October 31st noon weather briefing. Of course, the big weather story that we had this last 24 hours, rainfall that came in across Oklahoma, certainly was not as much rainfall as I think many of us were expecting. We had some early morning storms yesterday morning, and then the cloud cover during the afternoon really kept that instability rather low. We still did see some bands of some moderate to heavy rainfall set up. The Porter, Oklahoma picked up over 3 inches of rain, but southeastern Oklahoma, which at one point was projecting to see 2 to 4 inches of rain, only picked up a couple tenths of an inch of rain. Again, the storm system had a lot of energy with it, but just not everything came together all at the right time. You can see here Shawnee picked up about 1.61 inches of rain for the Oklahoma City metro. Norman, 4/10 of an inch of rain. Many within Oklahoma County, a couple tenths of an inch of rain. And then we had a couple bands of rain up to the north there that picked up about 1 inch of rain there right around Enid. And then as you go in towards around Ponca City, about 1 inch of rain as well. Year-to-date rainfall, however, certainly has been a phenomenal year for most of the state. Not all of the state, though. You can see most of us around the Oklahoma City metro, around 50 inches of rain around Tulsa, about 37 to 39 inches of rain. Southwestern Oklahoma, you have every reason to complain about this. However, only about 14 inches of rain, only a foot of rain so far year to date in Guyman. And so certainly you can see a lot of rain in eastern Oklahoma, and then it drops off quite a bit in western Oklahoma as we look at the latest drought monitor that just came out. Now, this did not take into account yesterday's rainfall. The Oklahoma City metro is drought free. Those of us in the yellow shading, this is not an actual drought. This is the precursor or somewhat of what we call a warning sign that if we don't get a lot of rain soon, then we could be seeing some drought conditions setting up. We consider this abnormally dry, but our drought conditions actually set up here in what we call D1 moderate drought. We're seeing that down to the southwest and to the west, but the worst drought conditions still in extreme southwestern Oklahoma. This is what we consider about an exceptional drought. 1.47% of the state is listed in this part of the drought. You can see in the last week that did not change. Now, we did see some drought improvement here. D1 to D4. Last week we had close to 35% of the state seeing drought conditions. This week that number is about 30.5%. And compare that to where we were at the beginning of the calendar year. Remember, 100% of the entire state had a drought going on January 1st. So we have made a pretty big improvement, a pretty big jump in our drought improvement here, but still we have a long ways to go, especially down in southwestern Oklahoma. This is the storm system that brought the rainfall yesterday and early this morning. It's moving right overhead, and throughout most of the day here, at least the middle of the day, we're going to have some clouds passing right on through. Now, we have some sunny skies right now in eastern Oklahoma. We have a band of clouds moving right on through central Oklahoma. This will move up to the northeast here, and it won't stick around for long, and eventually the sunshine will come back out. Ahead of the storm system, they got quite a bit of rainfall down into South Texas. You can see lots of flood warnings, flood watches, and even seeing tornado watch and tornado warnings ongoing right now in Louisiana as the storm moves up to the north. You can see out to the west, we don't have any sort of winter storm watches or warnings going on. Fairly quiet for the next couple days. Temperatures right now warm ahead of this cold front that we have. You can see 70s in eastern Oklahoma. This is of about 11:30 on Thursday morning here, close to noon hour here, but some cooler air up to northwestern Oklahoma, the 40s coming in here. Eventually temperatures will warm up somewhat, but you can see we've got some chilly air out to the west and up to the northwest right now. As we go into the weekend's looking pretty nice. Our weekend weather is going to be fairly quiet. We have a storm system, the same one right now, that's going to be up in towards the mid-Atlantic and up to the northeast. This is the same one that's bringing in the rain across parts of the southern plains, both yesterday and today. Another storm system digging in up across the Pacific Northwest, and this will again be for the weekend, but you can see across much of the middle of America here, things are going to be quiet, things will be sunny, but that same storm system that we were watching coming into the northwest will eventually dig down across the west coast and across the mountain west as we go into Monday afternoon. And by Tuesday, we bring in another chance of rain and thunderstorms across the middle of America. So it looks like our weather pattern will continue to change. We'll get more rain in the future, and we'll have the latest coming up on KOCO News at 5, 6, and 10. See you then.